I was a young man, right, before I became a man, when I was a teen, adolescent, in my mind, my family, the people around me had convinced me that toughness was about a look, it's an image. I had to have this grill, this mean mug. Like, if I got knocked down, yeah, I needed to get back up, but I needed to show no emotion, right? Toughness was running through your veins, feeling like, oh man, I want to look at someone. When they see me, they see fear, because they don't want to look at me in my eyes, because I want to look tough. I want to look at, you ever seen somebody mean mug somebody? Right? That's that first image, like, I don't want to look at that cat. I ain't even gonna make no eye contact. That was what people thought. You had something, Debo? Yeah, Debo from the movie Friday, right? Yeah. It's toughness, right? What I teach my team, what I coach my team, the toughest people that I've ever been around in my life, they don't carry guns, right? They don't have tattoos on their face. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm talking about image. What does toughness look like? They don't stare you down and like walk up on you and like mean mug you and try to size you up. It really ain't what toughness is about, as I learned. When I translate that into my industry, a professional industry right now, my whole thing is real toughness to me is a smile. Because you know why? The people that fall and get back up, you mentioned this, the people that have been through the most heartache, the people that can show up wherever the space they show up in the next day after experiencing trauma, defeat, death, dishonor, total disrespect, a loss. If you can smile through all of that, that's the real version in my mind of what toughness should look like. So I got some of the toughest people in Baltimore right now, and they ain't in the streets. They in my hotel, ready to provide service to that next customer, ready to provide service to that next person that comes to the door. Guess what? They got problems at home. The son got locked up last night. Some of their family is facing cancer, has some illness. They ain't got enough money to pay their bills. They may not have food in the refrigerator. But the fact that they put all that together and buttoned up and came back the next day to provide service to a stranger, that's toughness. And if you can smile through the adversity and smile through the hard times and smile through whatever's going on, that smile is something that doesn't cost you a thing. How much it costs you to smile? Right? How much effort do you put into trying to look like you're tough? Right? And I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general, this is people we know like this, right? My message, quick, is really about investing more in yourself and taking those first minutes of every interaction and greeting people with that smile. You want to show somebody how tough you are, you want them to remember you. Let's show up in the face of adversity with a pleasantry. Because it's going to throw most of your people off. It's going to throw them off and like, how is it that these people showed up in Baltimore? And let me put Baltimore on the map real quick. My hotel, I have 14 hotels right now, right? And this hotel in Baltimore is the most influential hotel in the entire portfolio. And when I say that, I mean Los Angeles, California, Chicago, San Diego, Hawaii, Kapalua Bay, Maui, Los Cabos, Mexico, Palmetto Bluff, South Carolina. And in 30 more days, it'll be a Pendry in Washington, D.C., Pendry in New York. We got a Pendry coming in Tampa, which is in Florida, Pendry coming in Cincinnati, Barbados, Bahamas. And my company, my parent company, Montage International, soon we're going to be global enough where we have representation in Africa, in Europe, and in Asia. But this little 128-room hotel on the wharf on the water that used to be an immigration intake center is now the face of hospitality. Because we found the toughest people in Baltimore to represent hospitality on a global scale, right? People that came from your neighborhoods, people that came from the churches you belong to, the family tree that you belong to. What I'm really trying to share with you is that the hotel that we have, the hotel that we're proud of, you belong there too. And you also belong in our industry. I want to leave you the nuggets on hospitality. I want to leave you the nuggets on what luxury is and that real toughness wears a smile. That's my quick message. Now I want to have some dialogue.